So I decided to video this still live streaming. I want to see if I can get this board done. Ouch! My backup computer. I just don't feel like doing it really, but where's my screwdriver gone? It's a frigging oh, I got my cabinet, my stereo cabinet from years back. Pulled it out because I thought, well, I can do it on here. I need to clean up really, but come on. I've got the wrong end. Don't matter. I'm gonna get both sides off anyway. What I'm not looking forward to is the fact that once you start this job, I've got all the freaking drivers to mess around with, and yeah, it's just a freaking nightmare working on this. Let's see if I can get that. I know he's dumping foam. I'm just gonna get that tucked out of the way. Dear me. Oh yeah. It'd be easier if I took the power supply out, because all these wires everywhere. All my batteries. I got new batteries for the CMOS. So basically, it's a motherboard swap. Can't remember if that's all. If that's one plug. I need to tilt this thing over because I can't see. I don't want to scratch my cabinet. I'm going to take all the cards out. Oh, yeah. A real pain. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth videoing this, to be honest, because I can't get my camera close enough to it. You see, it's going to be awkward because there's not enough light. Let me just see if I can put it on over here. Don't know if that'll work. Right. Just a minute. It's all good to get. move this over here a bit. Let's see. The camera moved, yeah. Right, I'm trying to get so I can walk all the way around it. Right. There's not enough light in here. Oh. Let's see. I need that bigger torch. My balance is not good. Right, where the hell have I put that torch? That big one. Right. It might be better that if I... It might be better if I was time-lapsing this, but... So... I don't know if you can see what I'm unplugging, but it's just easy when I put the new motherboard in to remember that the external, this fan here for the BIOS section, the fan cable is plugged in directly behind the graphics card in that socket there, so might be it's worth mentioning that. So I'll hit this torch. No matter, look, these lugs will break off. I stuck a support thing in there. I want to get this power supply out. Now the easiest way to do that is to just unplug the sockets from the power supply itself, which I might have to do that because I've taken the ones off the motherboard, but the other sockets are actually routed through all the cable management. Well, it's not exactly very good cable management, but the trouble with these leads, it's a small case and it's difficult with this particular machine, like. So I'm going to see if I can I won't use the flipping cable tie on here. Hang on, I'm going to have to pause for a bit because just a sec. Oh. Where's my hook? I'll see if I can get this off. Actually, I might leave the video going. This is boring, this bit, just trying to get this. So I use a hook on these zip ties and get the hook just around the back. You can release it like that, so that I can still use it. So I should still be able to use that zip tie again. Right, let's see. There's another one. There we go. I've actually got two zip ties stuck together. I'm going to stick these over here because they'll end up falling inside the machine, and then yeah, you know it's going to be a mess. Get these out. I want to make some room so I can get around in here. You know, I made a vow a few years ago to myself that I would never build another computer because I really hate building computers. When I built my last machine, the main machine, I thought, well, that's the last time, to myself, and then this bloody thing breaks down. So I'm unplugging this quick connects from the modular, and oh yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah, there's a load of cables coming out of here that, oh yeah, that's okay, they're unplugged already. What I hate about it is the fact that it's just a rat's nest of wires. I don't like dealing with rat's nests of wires. Right, that should come out of here now if I can. This isn't tangled up. Right, that's out of the way. Stick the screws in so I don't lose them. I forgot now when I bought this Corsair power supply. There's usually a date on them. Can't see it, my eyes are bad. Right, pretty clean in there because I didn't use it much. And I think when I put that power supply in, I had cleaned it though previously. So we can got a bit more room now to see what I'm doing. And these leads are all to do with the fans. These wires, these thin ones. And I'm just glad I didn't use loads of more cable ties on these things, because I'm trying to get things untangled a bit, because where's that one? I've got to make some room so I can get the motherboard out. That's for that fan. This fan is connected to that. And, if I can just hook that on one of these little like that, should keep it out of the way for me. Right. Now I can't remember now if I swap the CPU out of here, because I was trying to diagnose the faults with this, and what I did was I took a CPU out. Is this the dual core one? Yeah, this is the dual core 939 CPU that I took out of here. I put a single CPU, so I've got to put this one in the new motherboard, which is in that cardboard box over there. So I'll keep this handy, because I want to put the dual CPU in the other motherboard. Anyway, I'm going to pause for a bit because I'm having a think. What I was thinking, because the light is pretty bad, was that I could film part of it. Right, well, I'm doing part of it now, and do some more filming of it when it's daylight. Maybe I can get a bit more light in here, I don't know. So this is the replacement video card I actually got for this, and so this video card is the new replacement, and this motherboard has never worked with this video card because the motherboard is completely knackered. So obviously when I put the new motherboard in, I got this off eBay, so there's always a question mark whether or not this card's going to be any good as well. So, but I've got the original video card anyway. But so I'm going to have to store this in anti-static bag or something. I was thinking, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wrap it in some foil or something. Actually no, I'll just stick it in the bedroom, it'll be fine. I'll stick it on a metal thing. Oh, hang on a minute. It's that clip. There we go. I'll stick it on here for a minute. So this is the one without the it's just got static cooling. And stick that. And this is my one of the things about this motherboard I didn't like was the fact that it had an onboard network card, which it didn't play well with my network, so I actually installed this other network adapter. So I'm going to have to use this one as well. I can't seem to get the damn thing out. Is it? Yeah, it's my network card. Can't get it out. Come on, there you go. So I'll stick these two together and put them in the other room for now, where they won't get damaged. I'm just concerned of static, you see. If you're moving around and you've got stuff around you, you brush your sleeves on things and you can accidentally create a static charge to destroy stuff. So by moving them out of the way, there's less chance of that happening. Put my screws on here, I think. Right. So I'll leave the CPU cooler on for now. I'm going to swap that over. I'll swap some of this stuff over. Actually, I'm just thinking about this because now these wires, the wires that are connected to the USB ports, I'm going to have to lift this board out and transfer all the wires directly across to the other motherboard. So I want to do that during the daytime because the lighting will be a bit better, and the lighting's not very good where I am because I can't put this over there because there's no room. Get this other IDE lead socket out. Right, I've got all the IDEs unplugged. I've got a thermal temperature monitor stuck in here which is going to come out. There we go. Got it. That's wedged under the BIOS. Part of the BIOS. That's to control the fans. It speeds the fans up when this gets hot. And so that's my temperature monitor for that. I've got another temperature monitor under the CPU. I'm trying to get this back on here because it slid off a bit. Yeah, I'm just going to resume this later on because I've got let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 9 screws to take out before I lift this out, and then there's all the USB leads and everything that's plugged in there, and I just can't see what I'm doing. It's too bloody, oh, actually if I turn this around, that would help, but even so it's not good enough for the lighting. I'll turn it still away a bit. Yeah. I'm not happy about all these wires in the way. I'm trying to, that's better, get that out over there. That's better. Another thermal. Oops, I pulled it out now. That's for the hard drive. I'm trying not to mix these up because it says on it hard disk drive, because they're all different. Okay, I haven't got white stuff all over me. All I'm trying to do is get everything clear as possible so I can see what I'm doing, because it's just annoying when you've got, I could unplug all these ribbon cables. Oh, this one's going to come out as well. Yeah. It's difficult. I'm going to turn it over a minute. Ooh. All them wires are going to fall down again. Get it from the back. There we go. There's a little tag you pull. This tag, you pull that to pull them out. Right, that's out. Move the CPU over here, I think. I'm trying to keep this in the right order. That's the one end that goes on the motherboard, and that's a lot easier to see what I'm doing now. So all that's left really is the actual screws on the motherboard and swapping out all these leads for the USB. I'll bring it down so you can have a look. So all that, oh, I'm in the light now. Hang on. Right, so all these frigging USB leads down here, and there's an audio lead down there. That's audio, and USB, and those other leads are for the front panel. And I have to sort them out as well. I can't remember. So I've got the PDF manual up. Hang on, I'll show you that. Okay, so we're looking at the PDF manual for this motherboard now, and down here these are the USB connections, and which are actually marked from this arrow down here. We go down, and that's the front panel audio connector, which is over there, which is marked there. I don't use the A8N32 connectors, I don't use those, and those are actually mounted just over the bottom left hand corner. I don't actually use them. So what I'm actually using is I've got the game MIDI port. I think that's connected, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's connected down here. That's for it's pretty much used for the joystick. That's why these are marked as J2B. I think J stands for joystick, and then there's MIDI out, and yeah, a bunch of other stuff, all the plus volts and minus volts, all that shit. The serial, I do use that, COM1, and that's got to be hooked up as well. So that's COM1 down here. Right. So I've got all that lot to mess around and swap over to the other motherboard. And obviously there's all this other stuff to do with the fans and all that, but most of the fan control is done by a separate module, which is that's why there's so many wires everywhere, because I've got these I've got all the fans controlled by a separate fan control module, so I don't actually use any of them except for the CPU and the case fan. That's about all. The rest of them are all done by the separate module. So yeah, that's all I've got to really sort out, and you can see why I don't fancy doing it while I'm in poor light, because you can't read the colours properly. The colours are hard to see in this weird UV. This LED lighting is really hard to see stuff, you know. So I'll go back to where I was, because I've got to start with that later on. So I've kept it open. So I'm going to stop the video right now because it's probably getting pretty long, and I'll make a separate video when I'm doing the other part, and I'll upload them I'll upload it on YouTube either as part 2, or I'll splice both parts together. Anyway, this is the first part really of me just making disconnections and all that stuff. So we'll say toodaloo for now.